Hi, I'm Dr. Anthony Mitchell. I'm a practicing optometrist in the state of North Carolina. Today, we're going to be talking about diabetes and how it can affect your eyes. And if you don't do anything about it, you're going to end up needing needles in your eyes, kind of like this picture shows right here. So, if you don't want to get needles in your eyes, you really just need to pay attention, learn, and do some preventative care. But first, let's talk about what the heck is diabetic retinopathy. So, diabetic retinopathy is a serious diabetes complication caused by high blood sugar damaging retinal blood vessels, leading to leakage, swelling, and potential blindness. I know, we just read that and you're like, what the heck does that even mean? I got you. I'm going to explain it to you right now so you can have a better understanding. But essentially, you can have blurred vision, and in some really, really late stages, that cause you to lose your vision. But let's talk about how it affects your vision. So, high blood sugar can affect your eyes to the point where your vision can get blurry all of a sudden. So much sometimes you get too much sugar in your eye. It can affect a structure called the lens, which is this structure here. That's the front of your eye. That's inside your eye in the front of your eye. And then that's the back, which is the retina. And if this swells up, this will change your perception of how you see things. So much that you might feel like you need new prescription glasses. And so this is very common for people who've never worn glasses. And then all of a sudden, you go back and forth, needing glasses, not needing glasses, or you go back and forth with your vision being blurry and not blurry, and then it gets stable to the point where your vision's always blurry. You come see me, and I show you that glasses can help. And then the downside and the good side about it is if you take care of the blood sugar problem and get everything stabilized, the vision will probably go back to normal, especially if you're like, this is the beginning stages of diabetes. But of course, if you don't do anything, then you can cause other types of problems. And so it's pretty easy for people who've never worn glasses to kind of realize what's going on because then they need glasses. And nobody ever wants to need glasses if you've never needed glasses. But people who've already worn glasses, those people tend to be a little harder to educate when it comes to diabetes and how it affects their eyes because you can have either an hyperopic shift or myopic shift. So hyperopic shift just means you become more farsighted over time. And so if you are if you are nearsighted, right, and then you wear glasses to see far away, so you are myopic. So if wear glasses to see far away, you might have a hyperopic shift in your vision to the point where um, you change your perception of how you see things, and it's going to feel like you no longer need the glasses to see things far away. Very confusing, right? So you went from wearing glasses to not needing glasses because you had a spike in your blood sugar. And the same thing can happen to someone who is hyperopic naturally. So they usually they're farsighted, they can see things pretty good far away. Things up close can be kind of blurry to the point where they need reading glasses. If diabetes affects your eyes, you might feel like you don't need reading glasses anymore and you can see just fine without it. It can be very confusing. Now, it can be so confusing that you might not even think that there's nothing going on with your body and that that walk that you did last night cured your vision and now you never need to wear glasses again because glasses, causes your vision to be worse based on what you think. And so now I have to convince you that, hey, it's not necessarily the glasses in that walk that you did last night that fixed your problem. Is you just probably not taking care of yourself and you probably need to walk more. And so if you don't do anything about it, you can end up with diabetic retinopathy, which is what this looks like. This is what a normal eye looks like. This is the retina. So this is the very back of your eye, the very posterior part of the eye. This is where your neuron system is. This is where light needs to hit for you to be able to see. If you don't do anything about it, diabetes will affect your eyes to the point where you get all these hemorrhages everywhere. So this is you have really, really tiny blood vessels in your eyes, so tiny that they'll just leak everywhere to the point where you just see these hemorrhages. And then you got these yellow spots where like cotton wool spots, which are just like lack of oxygen in these areas, which can lead to like permanent damage. And then that's not recoverable. And then if this keeps leaking, you'll get it in areas where it shouldn't get to in the eye. These areas are okay, but we start getting into this area, which is the macula. This will affect your central vision to the point where you can't see anything the way you want to anymore, creating like blurred spots and black spots everywhere. This is your optic nerve, and this is what connects your eye to your brain. So, hence, if this gets damaged, it connects to your brain. I shouldn't have to say any more than that. So you definitely want to take care of yourself before you get to this point. These are like late stage types of problems. And so these are over exaggerations of your vision, but it can get you, the gist of it, like blurred vision. So it just type in blurred vision diabetes. You get the little black spots, depending on where the hemorrhages form. It can make it really hard to see through those little blood spots that get in your vision too, because that's essentially what you're looking through is little blood in some certain cases. And then, if you really don't do anything about it, you can get a lot of swelling in the back of the eye, which is called edema, which is CME. And then this is a normal retina, and this is not a normal retina. And so you don't even really need to know what's kind of going on in this picture, but you can see that everything here is kind of straight and kind of together. And then here you can see it's just chaotic. It just really, like, this just separates so much. There's so much swelling in here. And then this is essentially just pushing up against the retina, just making your vision very blurry. And so this is an image taken with a machine called an OCT, and then they can kind of see what level you're at with your edema and why your vision is really, really blurry. And then if you get to this level, you're pretty much going to need what we were talking about earlier, where you need those injections in your eye. And so if you don't want this in your eyes, you really just got to have a better understanding what the heck diabetes is and maybe how to reduce it. And if you don't know that, there's a lot of risk factors. You can just type in risk factors for diabetes. Like the biggest thing is, like, I'm gonna be honest, overweight. BMI over 25. I know people hate that word, but honestly, the gist of it is like, if you're overweight, you're just highly acceptable to getting diabetes. If you don't do a lot of physical activities, you don't exercise, you have a higher chance to get diabetes. The older you get, your body just doesn't regulate things well, right? So you add in being overweight, no physical activity, and your age, then you have another problem. Family history, so and of course, like genes can play a big role into that overall too. And so, if you understand the risk factors, you can do a lot of preventative care to the point where you might not necessarily need to worry about this, especially if you have a family history of it. If you have a family history of it, like, you should probably be more on top of these concerning things, especially if you are overweight with family history. And so you're probably like, how do I fix diabetes? Well, you could just Google it, or you could just Google it and look up an AI review, and it's going to tell you lose weight, eat well, and exercise regularly to the point where you can manage it with medication or not with medication. I'm not here to tell you to take medication, but you should do whatever your primary care provider recommends and see where you go from there and try to get things under control so that way you don't get needles in your eyes, because nobody wants to have a needle in their eye. I've seen a lot of people end up needing it, and that's what's gonna happen. So if you don't do anything about it, you will need anti-VEGF, which is medication that they put in these needles and then they inject in your eye, and that'll help reduce what's it right here? Yeah, that'll reduce the swelling that you get right here. But sometimes, even with that, you might not recover all your vision because it has to reconnect, right? And it's, if you look at that picture, like, a lot of swelling can go down, but that neural system is kind of messed up, so you're not going to see as well as you used to. And then you can also have some areas where, like, it's just permanently damaged, where we're showing was these pictures here, where you have like this permanent damage. You can really prevent this by just doing a great job of keeping your A1C down, keeping your blood sugar pretty level and normal, like 120. Um, Whatever your PCP is telling you to do, that's what you need to get at. And then, keep your A1C 6 and below, and same thing, whatever your PCP recommends, and kind of do from that. If you are diabetic, type 1 or type 2, we're mostly talking about type 2, of course, I'm going to see diabetic retinopathy regardless, especially over 10 plus years. What, Aiko? That is okay. What was the train of thought? Okay, yeah. So anyway, so diabetes affects type 1, type 2. Oh yeah, if you're diabetic for 10 plus years, we're going to see some diabetic retinopathy. It's probably not going to get to this level where it's chaotic, especially if you're taking care of yourself. But we're going to see it. But the main thing is just if you take care of yourself, you can reduce the risk by a lot. If you don't, then you're kind of looking to go down this route where you can possibly start to lose your vision. And then, yeah, sure, there are some outliers who just don't have to do much of anything and they kind of get away with it. But you don't want to take the risk of being an outlier because most people aren't outliers. You just assume you're not the outlier, and then this is what's going to happen to you if you don't take care of your vision. If you don't take care of your vision, then you're not taking care of your body, and then of course the eye is just a simple window that just kind of lets us know what is happening into your body. Your primary care doctor will tell you, or endocrinologist will tell you to go see an eye doctor because we can look inside of your eye non-invasively and see how diabetes is affecting your eye. And if it's affecting your eye like this, that means it's affecting other body parts as well in a chaotic manner. So anyway, to fix it, just listen to your doctor, talk to him, get on a plan, exercise, eat well, lose some weight. Just keep it simple. You don't want to lose your vision because if you had vision, you don't want to live life without it. Especially, you know, you spent most of your life, 60, 70 plus years with good vision, and all of a sudden you just didn't take care of yourself, and now you can't see anything, you can't enjoy life the way you want to, and then, you start causing other problems when all you have to do is probably get up and take a walk. I know that sounds redundant and probably super easy, and I know it's not that easy for a lot of people, but the idea is to do your best, come up with a plan with your doctor, and figure out how you can maintain it so you can save and preserve your vision. So that way I don't have to deliver and give you bad news. But if I do, I will do the same thing. I'll try to help you get to uh, talk to the right people, help guide you on your journey too. So we can prevent you from getting needles in your eyes. If you learned something new, consider subscribing. And then if you have any questions, leave it in comments. I might look at it, maybe not. Anyway, don't forget, go touch grass.